magic. We're underway at the Nelson Mandela Stadium in yellow and black. The Uganda Cranes in white, all out, looking deep to create an extra man in the midfield. Now this is Gaye. Nibase Gaye cuts in, takes the shot from distance. Warning bells already ringing here, but Joe Mutakubwa was right on the mark to make sure that gets not past him. Well, the warnings have already been sounded here. Nibase drifting in brilliantly, just gliding in, getting onto his favored left foot before. Well, the questions here as Pandey seems to signal that there might have been contact with the hand. Highly doubt that. Highly do. That was a clean as they come tackle from Baye Asane Sis to put that into the corner. The fans clamoring for VAR. The Cranes been big beneficiaries of the video assistant referee's decisions. A stack of penalties have definitely come their way. Arnold Odong with the header, who goes away. A timely return here for the skipper. Putting in a very decent shift assist. Intervention from Enoch Sebagala to set Jude Semugabi on the front foot. Semugabi beats his marker, there's tagging there, and the ball hacked clear. Well, that looked very promising from the Cranes, and Jude Semugabi is getting into his groove. Baye Ndiaye doing just enough. The referee will now keep a very close eye on Joseph Laios. Tagging in a moment there. Could have easily been a free kick, but played the advantage, and rightly so, as the Cranes were in ascendance. Well, they'll have to keep an eye on, so will he need it? The little magician plays it back to Abdul Karim Watambala, who lets it fly. Well, he has a penchant for those pile drivers, can pack a cannon of a shot here. Watambala yet to find the mark in this tournament. But for the faithfuls that tend to throng the St. Mary's Stadium in Chitende, they do know he tends to pop up with a free kick. Popped in. Mutakubwa will pluck that. Well, it seemed pretty simple, but had to take 2 touches of it to bring it under control. That's a foul from Enoch Sebagala. Mutakubwa having his second save of the game. Just making sure he got to that in time and prevented Baye Asane Sis from returning to the game with a goal to his name. Cross that ball. Okello goes for the goalkeeper. Easy peasy. Simple save. And right on cue, the referee brings the first 45 minutes to a close. Time as Mokta Koite Serene. There'll be an attempt for a shot from distance. Well, trying to figure out if the mark of Joe Mutakubwa is in sport. Moussa Sisse not quite able to get that ball there. It's up here for Alan Okello. Edge of the box area. Slide ruler pass. And well intercepted by Joseph Laiose. They are knocking at the door. They are hammering at the gates. They are battering at the fences. The Cranes are baying for that goal. And Senegal are holding fort. Good throw. Ayose trying to get to Koita. He loses possession. Ball taken away. Twisting one way or the other. And this is Gaye. Fashions out across. And the ball lands beautifully. Chance here. Shot in! And it's the defending champions that draw first blood right here at the Nelson Mandela Stadium. Nyofa for Senegal against the run of play, against the odds for the moment. They silence the Nelson Mandela Stadium. Disbelief from Joe Mutakubwa. Well, there will be no cheers right here for the Cranes. And it's a chance to get into the dance, for they could be waltzing their way to the semi. Libase Gaye, the orchestrator in chief, and when the ball landed flush, no mistake from Omar Ba, angles that brilliantly with surgical precision. Bottom corner, goalkeepers always hate that, and that just might be the moment that puts the Lions of Teranga with 1 foot towards the semi-finals. Uganda 0, Senegal 1. Gets onto the ball, cranes it to work double timer. Hindisibwa, a proper touch to that. When it landed to Arnold Odong, well, used his knee rather than any other part of his shoe, and that is nothing more than a wasted opportunity. Habata Chai, Kakande to Achai, the cross is in, and unable to make the mark. Oh, way too close, and Crispus Kusima knows that might have been the get out of jail card. They are still shackled. They're still locked down by the Lions of Teranga. And for the moment, the crane had quite nearly swiped at the Lions here. Habata Chai, brilliant delivery. Gavin Chizito and Usama Arafat trying to raise themselves to the trajectory of the ball. It just wasn't to be. Olivier Kwaso, as always, appreciative of his charges. Frustration quite evident. Looking for support from Habata Chai. That ball nudged out. And the final whistle